Greetings. As someone who started playing TF2 around 2015, I honestly today wanted to share my personal experience with TF2 as someone that primarily played TF2 using Quickplay. To be more transparent, I joined TF2 in August 2015. So until the removal of Quickplay, I had almost 11 months with it. And I spent around 800 hours in TF2. I experienced every facet of this game. From your average Valve pub to your community server to MVM, I had played TF2 in those ways and many more. I primarily played on Valve pubs, even though when I want to break the base, I either play MVM or Balloon Race. I will play the following clip, and hopefully after that clip I will explain some of the problems that I have with casual mode. It may appear fine, but believe me, casual mode is far from it. As you see from the last match, I joined at the end of the game, then I played for a bit, but the moment the match ended, many of the players left. Here's the biggest problem. It's faster to requeue for another match than actually wait and rematch with the player because how much downtime you have. You first need for the server to reset. Then you will wait 150 seconds because inevitably many players will leave. And because of that you will have like 4 versus 9. The biggest problem with casual mode, it promotes this mentality that the moment you start losing or winning you can automatically requeue instead of staying the same server. You say what's the problem with that? Here's the problem. Because the people leave the moment they lose, the server never actually get balanced. Don't forget that the removal of the many critical features that Quickplay used to have, like auto team scramble. The great thing about auto team scramble, the moment one team win twice in a row fast, you will get auto scramble. This is prevented steamrolls and it allowed to grow this healthy mentality of you should stay in the same server and keep playing because the longer you play in the same server, the more balanced it become. You say how did it actually prevent steamrolls? Because the moment you get auto team scramble, it can judge you based on your performance in that match. Sometimes you just want to relax, you don't want to try hard. Will account for your performance in that match. And it will make sure that it won't put the top scoring players from each team in the same team. This is what I meant by the longer you stay in the same server, the more balanced it becomes. Because of many systems that work in tandem will make sure that one match is actually balanced. And the great thing about Quickplay, because the server actually never die, when you join a game in progress, it will be already balanced. So unless the game is drastically unbalanced, the other system will kick in to prevent that problem. You have auto team scramble that I already explained, auto scramble, and even the ability to switch team to do some self moderation. We actually used to have a culture that the top scorer player sometimes will switch to the losing team because no one enjoys a steamroll. This is also why I'm against the idea of requeuing while you're playing. As much as great is to have like map selection and the ability to requeue as you are playing, it treated those matches as like this disposable match. You don't care about it, you are not invested in this server. So the moment you lose, you can begin your requeuing. And that thing actually will stop the ability of Quickplay from balancing the server. That's why I'm against bringing back this feature. I know it's actually useful, it actually works as intended, but it's harmful to the health of the match. Believe me, we are not losing much by removing it. It will be actually a net positive for the game health overall. I know it will suck because we are so used to using it right now, but for the health of the game, I think we should consider removing it. TF2 survived years without having it. Honestly, we should treat matches with more respect. They should not be this disposable moment. I remember I used to spend like 3 hours in the same server, developing this micro community. Like the vibes of the old Valve pubs, something cannot be replicated nowadays. The closest thing to that actually was playing on Castaway, and honestly that topic for another day. And playing on Castaway is more akin to play on community server. The Valve pub that we have lost is something totally different. It was so chill. You could honestly jump in and jump out. There's no problem, you will always have players, you always can relax. And if you want to try hard, yeah, you can do that and no one can stop you. I know I talked in length when it comes to team scramble and auto team scramble, but honestly, despite being hated as a feature, they were needed for the health of the match. You get auto team balance for the benefit of the whole match. Yeah, it sucks when it happens, but sometimes you need to bite the bullet for the betterment of everyone's enjoyment of the game. The great thing about Quickplay, it offers a great amount of player agency. After you click the play multiplayer button, you will be presented with the Quickplay window. You have two options, either play now or show server list. Let's talk about play now. The play now option will put you into a game as fast as possible, based of course on the game mode that you have selected. And you can change the game mode by clicking the arrows to the right or the left. When you click now, it will take around 30 seconds to a minute. Honestly similar to how casual take after the main fixes it received. And it will take into account some factors, being your latency, playtime, and the hidden server reputation system. Now let's talk about the show server option. When you click it, you get this menu that has an image of the map, the ping, the number of players, and if you have the setting enabled, here you also will see community server alongside the Valve servers. And if you have community server enabled, it made sure that it will do its best to show you vanilla one. Now you understand the basic of how each one works. I have more things to say honestly, but let's start with the shortest one. I think the play now option should have ping limit. If you didn't know, back in the days you didn't have any ping limit. It was a new feature that was added in the Smithmas 2016 post MYM. If there is any feature that should be kept if we reverse to Quickplay, it should be the ping limit. Yeah, that's actually a useful quality of life. Now let's talk about the show server list. Honestly, this is how I played majority of my TF2 matches. This was amazing, especially for a new player, because I didn't know maps by name. This also allowed me to select maps that I never played on. Honestly, because the show server list option, I was able to play on so many maps. Honestly, the map diversity pool that I played before Meteor match was larger than after it. I will explain that in a later section, why it was larger before Meteor match and less after it. Despite the fact we had 46 maps. But first, let's talk about the many great feature Quickplay used to have. You had no round limit. Maps will go for 45 minutes. You could vote for the next map as you are playing, and you can call the vote any moment you like to. We had auto team scramble. As I said earlier, this system will automatically balance the teams if one team wins twice in a row fast. This feature prevented so many steamrolls. and you actually could call for team scramble without waiting for the game, and it had cooldown of 20 minutes to prevent an abuse of this feature. Quickplay has the ability to ad hoc. This allows you to connect to the server directly. For example, if you want to join your Steam friend, you can right click them and click join, and it will allow you to join, as long as the server has one empty slot for you. In theory, this means there is no party limit of 6. You could literally populate a full server with everyone from your Steam friend list. If both teams were balanced, you had the option to join any team you like, instead of being assigned to a team. You had the ability to spectate anyone from the server. This was a useful feature to check if someone is cheating. Now we'll be talking about the quick play setting you could customize. You had the option to either play on Valve server or with community server. By default in 2015, it was set to be only put you in Valve pubs. By default, random crits were enabled because you were playing on Valve pubs. But if you pick the option for community servers to be enabled and you disable random crits, you will only find servers that has random crits disabled, that usually will be in a community server. You had the option for player capacity, either default 24 or 30. This will be really useful, especially now after the introduction of 100 player server. Another quick play option was to change the respawn time. If you wish to play on the default setting, usually on Valve pub, or you could choose for an instant respawn server, usually a community server. And sadly, many of those features were removed after quick play was removed. Some of them came back over time, but not all of them. This is why I advocate for the return of full quick play, because casual mode is broken beyond repair, and I think the only two features that casual mode had, like the party system and map selection, actually harmful to the game and not negative, even if they work as intended, but they have some bad side effects. But first, let me show you the feature we lost when casual mode was added to replace quick play. As you see, we're still missing most of those features. And if you didn't know, the only difference between casual mode and quick play is literally server setting. I will flash an image that show how easy you can return quick play. Yep, it's that easy. And all what Valve need to do is just to tweak some server settings, allow us to join Valve server again from the community server or ad hoc, and we will be golden. But I will be real with you guys. I want the return of quick play as it was, full return, not just by name, but by function in every form. It will be symbolic that Valve actually listen again to the community, and maybe TF2 will enter this new steel age, and apathy shall never rule over us again. Hopefully. Meteor Match is an update more known for its remove rather what it added. If you remember from the beginning of the video, I showed the average casual match, where you will join at the middle of the game and it will be one-sided, and after the match end, everyone will be leaving, especially the losing team. And because everyone is incentivized to requeue as the match end, the safer die, so you literally will waste like around 2 minutes until you actually start playing again. But you see, Valve need to do casual like that way. Like back in the days, people thought that casual being unplayable was only a matter of bugs and refinement. No, my buddy. It was done like that 100% intentionally. You cannot have this competitive match if the players are allowed to leave the moment they join. Yes, casual mode used to have a leaving penalty, and it was so bad that even Valve conceded and removed it as also stopwatch mode. If you don't know what's stopwatch mode, it's basically when you capture a point and the round end, and the other team also try to capture the same point, but if they do it faster than you, they automatically win. Would make matches even shorter, and that another decision Valve backtracked on it. Casually on release was made like that 100% intentionally. Everything that around casual was deliberate by Valve. You see, majority of modern games, the blueprint when it comes to competitive games, it's usually to have 2 game modes. You have the actual rank system that is more serious, and you have your normal game. The normal game is slightly different. It's not that drastic. But then TF2, it was like totally a different game because it was based on the community competitive scene. And no matter what you say, the competitive scene is totally different game. You cannot just slash half the player number and expect the game to play the same. especially when TF2 was designed to accommodate for 12v12 for most of its life. Keep in mind that casual mode was added last second, and we didn't have a beta for casual mode. We only had it for competitive mode, so the common consensus that we will have like competitive mode just like an extra side mode, similar to how MVM function. And one of the supporting evidence that casual mode was added last second, they actually updated the artwork for the best time game mode, as they removed Quickplay. It makes no sense that they will update it. Keep in mind that when they added casual mode, they replaced the 2D art with SFM renders. There is no reason to do that unless it's a last second change. The only way to view actually that artwork, you need to use this old command. Open Quickplay dialog. Before Valve disabled it, you were able to actually open the Quickplay menu using this command.
How to easily get the old Quickplay back. Just push the console button, open Quickplay dialog, and ta-da! You've got your Quickplay back.
Of course, Valve cannot allow Quickplay to remain, because that will go against the modern philosophy of everything should be competitive. You have the simplify server option. It's part of the community server browser. It looks just like how show the server list used to be in Quickplay. So this notion that Quickplay cannot be written as it was, is just baseless. This is what I never understood. Like we're beating ourselves to submission to such a level that we don't even want to improve this game in terms of quality of life. Alright, now what's the negative of adding casual mode? As of today, you cannot ad hoc, so you basically cannot join your friend through Valve servers. Valve server has been removed the community browser, so you cannot join them through there either. There is no auto team scramble. So basically if there's a Steam role, it literally will stay like that until the end of the match, losing the ability to switch team, so you can't even do some self-balancing yourself. Reserve slot, oh my god, the reserve slots. This is a new feature that came with casual mode. It was added later of course, but I'm not here to explain its history. I'm talking about today casual mode. The problem with the reserve slot that it counts as there is an already player in the server, when in fact you already have like 9 players versus 12. So auto balancing won't work, because as far as casual mode concerned, it counts players that still connected to the server as players that already in the game. You are basically under the mercy of a system that failed connecting people into the game, and kept failing and doing that since it was implemented. This is what I hate about casual mode. Like those features doesn't serve the player. It's just there to make sure you always play the game as the beginning and the end. And you see from the clip earlier, even Valve conceded, because it doesn't work. It never worked since day one, and it will never work, because a system like that is fundamentally flawed. No amount of updates will fix that, other than of course a total reversion to Quickplay, but we still have a lot of problem even if we get Quickplay back. But first let's talk about the 2 true additions of casual mode, being the guarantee party of 6, what is a downgrade of course, and map selection. The party system allows you to queue together with your friends, and it guarantees that your friend will be in the same team with you. Also, the system will attempt to match you against another parties that also queuing together. The problem with that, when you queue with a big group of friends, that means that there's a guarantee at least 6 players that know what they are doing. Basically half of the server will have like those players that actually skilled, what will cause team roles. Back in the days this actually had a name, it called team stacking. It was frowned upon it. And because casual mode takes so long to balance the team or team switch you, it will keep being a steamroll, and honestly no one enjoys steamroll. The funny thing about the party system, it's one of the biggest reasons why TF2 never has balanced matches. Because no matter how skilled you are, if you are the only player that knows what he's doing against a team that has 6 players that are skilled, and your team have like those fresh players, yeah, it's guaranteed will be a one-sided match. And the amount of those unbalanced matches increased drastically since casual mode was added. Because I remember back in Quickplay when this happened, it usually never lasts more than 1 round. Because you guessed it, we will have auto team scramble kick in to balance the match. I still find it ironic that I had less balanced matches since the introduction of casual mode compared to my days in Quickplay. So this nonsense about casual mode was designed to make the game more balanced and more serious? No, it never worked. It's an unfinished system that was thrown in with no testing.
especially when you're expecting Valve to have all the kinks ironed out of casual when there's been no beta for it whatsoever ever.
But because people back in the days were hopeful that Valve will keep working on this game, because keep in mind, back in the days we used to actually still get updates, and people were under the impression things will get better. Valve will keep working on TF2. Also, does anyone remember the bots? One of the biggest reasons why the bots were so oppressive because they were queuing together in part of 6. AKA, they have half of the server vote guarantee that no bots will get kicked. And keep in mind, if you are a free-to-play players, you cannot contribute to the vote kick. And because the server has less real players, and we don't have like the stuff that allow you to instantly join like ad hoc, the server kept being unbalanced, and what made the bots really oppressive back in the days. And because the server has the reserve slot system, you never got the real player, and the bots stayed in the same server, and you could never kick them if they like exceed a certain threshold. And ironically, if we added Quickplay back then, it probably would solve the bot problem to an extent. Now let's talk about the map selection system. But first, I want to say some facts. Before Meteor match, TF2 had like 44 map, or 46 according to Wikipedia. Cannot find a concrete number, but I have few screenshots to prove that. Today, the casual mode rotation have 122 map, almost double the number of map from 9 years ago. Keep in mind, 9 years ago, including the Halloween and holiday maps, we had total of 57 playable maps in TF2, and we had 11 Halloween maps. Today total number, including the holiday and Halloween maps, we have 221 maps. It means we almost quadrupled the number of TF2 maps since 9 years ago. And that also means we have like over 50 Halloween and holiday maps. That's absurd, really absurd. I asked ChatGTP to calculate it, and it gave me some funny results. Here's it, check it out. Yes, I know ChatGTP. I never been the best when it comes to math, but this at least will give you an idea how absurd this situation is. We have a massive problem with this map bloat. Like even if we got Quickplay back, we really need to delete some maps. Like unironically, the system will not function. Like majority of players play on the same 5 map over and over and over. And that will be a good segue to the next section, being talking about map selection.
What was it you told me the other day, Richter, about like people making, like it's people who are tired of TF2 making maps for people that are tired of TF2? What was it that you said?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Map selection is a filtering system that allows you to select maps and deselect them, and queue for maps that within your selection. Here's the negative thing when it comes to map selection. Because it's a filtering system, inevitably players will deselect less popular maps, what means that we will have less played maps on. What means the matchmaking system will keep searching for the same 5 maps over and over. I really want you to do this experiment. Try deselecting the popular maps and try to play on like maybe Baylor Race, maybe on Hydro. The fact it keep putting you on the same 5 maps is the problem. Like the diversity of map pool that I played before Meteor match and after is massive. Like in my 800 hours before Meteor match, I tried every TF2 map except for Arena mode, and you can blame Valve for that, but that's a topic for another day. If you like me and you live in those areas with less TF2 players, the matchmaking will really struggle. Like if I try to queue to one map, it will never find me a server. I'm not even joking. One time I tried to queue to maps that are less popular. I joke not, it take me the average of 20 minutes to a half hour to find my match. That is solo queuing. If I actually do it with friends, I need to select more maps, or the queuing system will never function correctly, and it will take like around half an hour. What's an absurd when in back in the days all you need to do is literally to ad hoc to the server and your friend join you. Simple as. Like the hallmark of casual mode is wasting your time. Like the only reason why I organize my backpack is literally waiting for matches, and my backpack is already organized. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Back in the days you used to be forced to stay in the casual mode window. You could not like check any part of TF2. Later they allowed you to check your backpack as you're queuing. And somehow we have people defending casual mode. Like this system has zero redeeming quality. It boggles the mind why would someone do that. Like did Quickplay do something horrible that I am not aware of it? You know the most depressing part? As I was doing research for this video, I was checking so many live streams of TF2. And people used to have like their favorite community server already favorite. Like the average time between you launching TF2 and joining a game is literally less than 30 seconds. And it only takes you 2 clicks. One to open the community browser and the other one is to join your favorite server, and you will be already in the game, instead of wasting 1 minute and a half queuing in casual mode. Keep in mind, The casual mode will always put you in the same most popular map, aka you will play on the same 5 maps over and over. And if you deselect them, it will take you like half hour to play the game. Like, who greenlit this? This is absurd. And as someone who primarily used Quickplay, more precisely the show server option, it literally took me 2 clicks to join a game. TF2 used to be plug and play, and you have the player agency to pick any map you like, and it will have players. Nowadays, because you have a map selection, you have a party system, you have unbalanced match, you have half-filled servers, and worst of all, people don't play on other maps. Because congratulations, you add so many maps that no one cares to play on them, regardless of the quality. Like, the number of maps is absurd. You cannot join any Valve server on your choosing, and community servers are dying because of this. In fact, the majority of the players that left after Meteor match never came until Jungle Inferno, just to check the game, and when they saw the game is not fixed, they left for good. Like, the damage done by Meteor matches never can be underestimated. I didn't even talk about weapon balancing, but honestly, this video is already too long, and I am not really that expert when it comes to weapon balancing, so I'll leave that to better people. But here's my opinion when it comes to balancing. If they undo the nerfs that were competitive centric around Meteor match and before it, TF2 will be in a better place. The diversity of weapon selection and loadout will increase drastically. It's almost like getting a major update at that point, because there's so many useless weapons that no one uses. No, no one talk about that. No one talk about quote-unquote trickle-down balancing that ruined this game. Like I tell you, everyone that played this game is in the bell curve. Why should we balance the game for one group of players when the game should be balanced for everyone who play it? Especially when that exclusive group is not bigger than 2% and they play their own homebrew version of TF2 that is not the true TF2. Man, I miss the best TF2. I miss the vanilla TF2. You can play competitive, there's nothing wrong about that. But at least leave the base game. Allow us to play the vanilla TF2 as it was. You can always come back to vanilla TF2. But after it was killed, you cannot do anything about it. Why did we endure this system for 9 years? Like we were clinging into this hope that somehow, somewhere, casual mode will work. But no, it never worked. So I'm simply asking you guys, why should we keep it? Why we should not keep the old system that actually worked? Like, what does the benefit that casual mode offer that Quickplay didn't offer and over 10 times better? And if you don't know, the only difference between casual mode and Quickplay is literally a few features and enabling some server setting. So it's not this massive task that cannot be done by Valve. All Valve need is an incentive. And this is the point of BringBackQuickplay movement. We need to give them that incentive. One of the things that I really liked about Quickplay, that the server didn't reset every time the match ended. That's why we had the round limiter of 45 minutes. And there was no focus on playing the game from beginning to start. You were allowed to join as you please and leave as you please. Like, TF2 didn't even shackle you to enjoy it. You can always enjoy this game with your own base. But with the introduction of casual mode, that somehow made those matches to be disposable. It was all about your performance. It's all about how you do in that match. It's never about how you enjoy it. Because we don't use the word fun when it comes to competitive. I dislike the shift of focus. Because when I joined TF2 9 years ago, it was never about this. The market currently is starving for a casual game. An actual casual game, like TF2 used to be. And this is what I never understood. Like, Valve has the golden goose under their hand. And they could literally fill that gap in market. But no, they neglected TF2 to such a level that honestly I believe it's almost beyond repair. Of course, nothing is beyond repair. But the damage cannot be ignored. Nothing is beyond repair with enough effort. An effort that somehow TF2 doesn't deserve. And the worst part, the people that play this game somehow accepted that fact. No, we should never accept this sad state. If you actually truly love this game, you should ask for better. It's not like you're asking for something unreasonable. We're literally asking for better content and the return of old system that used to work immediately. Can you tell me in which world this is unreasonable? Seriously, this is unreasonable? The bare minimum? Asking for a skeleton crew to upkeep this game? Seriously? That is unreasonable? You guys act like Valve make all the content for TF2 when literally they have 3 updates per year where they take everything from the workshop. Like, when was the last time Valve actually made a map and they added it to the game? Mercenary Bark from Jungle Inferno, the actual last real update this game received 8 years ago. Some of you act like the sword of Damocles will descend from the heaven and will strike them if they actually do their job. Valve leaving TF2 to rot is deliberate. And also people act like Valve doesn't listen. No. Valve actually does listen. But did we actually talk? No. How many videos did I actually talk about this subject? Like when we complained about the cosmetics, we got the crate of 2023, one of the best updates. When we complained about the bots, after 2 years, we actually got them banned. And if we complain about Quickplay, we will get it back. No buts, no ifs. Ask and you shall receive. Valve actually not that bad when it comes to communication. They actually keep tab on everything. They are not talking with the community doesn't mean they don't know the state of this game. Be direct, be clear, be precise. And if there is enough outcry about it, they will do something about it. Simple as, like every company on earth, they collecting a crazy amount of data to understand their customers. Valve is no different. So we should give them that incentive to understand that. Hard data. Like, I don't know, maybe boycotting the game will send a better message than actually doing nothing. Absolute nothing. We're expecting this game to change if we do absolutely nothing. Of course nothing will change. But if no one is talking or giving feedback, what did you expect Valve to do? Of course they will do nothing, because they are under the impression that no one cares about this game. And how to blame them? They probably are right, judging by their action by some people that have when you ask for the bare minimum. Here is a screenshot of the TF2 player number around the Overwatch beta. Do you see how healthy TF2 player count was? Look at the valleys. We have a bell curve, we have actual number. We don't have bots or that are farming for crates. Now compared to the TF2 player count, that majority, 70% are bots? That's absurd and unacceptable in any metric. And you know why we have unhealthy player count? Because majority of the players that used to play this game literally left it because of Meteor match. And Jungle Inferno was the last chance that Valve got it. Because around that time, TF2 did hit its new player peak. But when everyone saw that they literally didn't undo Meteor match and just doubled down, they left for good. Thank you, Ujel. And before the fixed TF2 movement, the biggest amount of negative review that TF2 received was after Meteor match. And I have few screenshots to show over here. Keep in mind, like all of those are organic. It's not like are behind a movement or something. People legitimately were angry. And keep in mind, TF2 never received like that many amount of negative review. Because overall, the game actually was beloved, was liked. So for majority of the players to become disheartened about this game, yeah, you need to know that means Valve actually did do something that to piss them off or angry. I don't know. Maybe bastardizing the meaning of this game in every single way to fit some sort of future that never arrived. The casual experiment is a failure, the Meteor match is a failure, and the competitive scene that was conjured by Valve is a failure since the day it was released. So can we actually get this game back? Valve had more than enough data to see that no one liked this update and it will never work. So let us at least enjoy the game. Like, why they are holding grudge against us? What did we do to them? Oh right, we took away the third esport that Valve was dreaming about. My bad. My only fault that I never had any interest in competitive TF2. And if anything I said before this offended you or annoyed you, and you say to yourself, no, I actually care about TF2, I wanted to get better, then I was not talking about you. I'm actually glad you got that reaction, because we should care about this game. We should ask for better. And if you are actually a new player that never experienced Quickplay, you deserve to enjoy this game as much as I did 10 years ago. This state of indifference, the state of apathy help no one, and if we want this game to get better or actually live, we should care about it. I just want to show a few games that still get updated despite being really old. Also, I want to say one extra thing. TF2 last real update was 2017 Jungle Inferno. So basically we had 10 years of good updates. After that we had 7 years of no real update, because I never accept anything that like seasonal updates as a real update. They just taking content from the workshop and putting map inside the game. That without thought, without care. And honestly all that we did is just to bloat the game even further. Let's hope the incoming Man vs Machine update actually be good and be the update that break the cycle. A special thank to everyone, especially the BringBackQuickplay movement. I found about the Discord after I done collecting my data, so I didn't use much of their resources, but through them I found that really useful video that show how the old Quickplay worked as it was. And I do think if you actually care about this game, you should check out the BringBackQuickplay movement. And if I get something wrong or I was not clear, I apologize for that. I was just so tired of all of this. I just want this game to be fixed. I just want to play the game. I'm actually happy to see people care about this game again, because over what, 7-8 years, people were just apathetic about TF2. Like, it was accepted as the status quo. We don't get real updates. The TF2 was under attack by bots, and no one cared. No, we do care, and we should show it. Honestly, if there's another thing I really wanted back other than undoing the bad nerves of Meteor match and the update that before that were competitive focus, I want the spray. Yeah, really, I want spray back to Valve servers. I have a dream. A dream that TF2 will be restored to its former glory in this stale age. A dream where random kills are viewed as interesting game mechanic instead of being frowned upon it. A dream where weapon nerfs that will be reverted. A dream where Valve pups will return and we will have our sprays back. That being said, I depart, and I hope I left you more informed about how Quickplay worked than before it. And if our path crossed again, I hope it's under good terms. See ya, and good night.
Oh no! Hey!